But what should a woman or a man have before getting married?
The same way you are expecting your wife to respect you, the same way you are expecting to respect her in return.
There are some men, they have never for one day disclosed what they earn as salary to their wife.
So money also has its own role that it plays in the family.
You need to help your husband plan what is called futuristic goal.
How can you manage that relationship in terms of communication? So let me talk about the emotional maturity.
If I'm going to speak as a woman, even though I'm not a woman,
our input must be made known.
a woman still need to find something to do.
You never even enter the marriage. What are they setting?
Time to achieve it and time to start implementing it.
That's it. I'm happy for your marriage.
And the way she was staring at me, and I was looking at that car. So she saw the way I was holding the steering of the car, and I'm carried away looking at that car. And she was like, "What is wrong with your own car?" And I said, "Nothing." He said, "Is anything wrong with your car?" I said, "Nothing."
As you all know, my name remains Adibayo Tayo. And with me, I have my friend Tunde here.
My name is Kehinde. Thank you very much for joining us on our channel. We want to say thank you. Someone asked me a question that what should a woman or a man have before getting married? And that baffles me and calls my attention to there are things we need to just talk about, because most of the time we shouldn't just be talking about relationship marriage based on our own little idea and calling our audience also to also be a participant of it, which they also contribute to it. But one of them has called my attention to, like, what should a man and a woman have? I know we don't have a woman around us here, but possibly I'm going to speak about what I think in my little knowledge that a woman should have.
All right.
So maybe I'm just going to ask you, what do you think a man should have?
Before setting into marriage is not just what you just think today and just say you want to go in there tomorrow. The house, they say when you rush in, you rush out. So what a man should have before going into marriage, let's talk about it. Personal qualities now, which will keep you running each and every day. So let me talk about the emotional maturity. A man should be mature emotionally for yourself and for the said wife you are going for to marry. You have to be matured emotionally. Be ready to accept a bad and a good, either ways. So when she do the good, be ready to accept that. And when she do also the bad, be ready to accept that. That is when your emotional maturity, that is when it sets in. Especially when it does the bad ones. Those ones you are not expecting her to do. Those words you are not expecting to hear from her mouth. Those behavior that look strange to you that she did not show you while you are dating or while you are courting. That it is when you go marry, you now get to see that. And there is no going back. How will you manage all those things? Those are the emotional maturity, because when you begin to think about it in your personal space, begin to traumatize your head. If she doesn't behave like this when we are dating, when we are courting, now I've married her, does that mean that she has now grown wings, that she cannot talk to me anyhow? So that is when your emotional maturity comes in. That is when you need to know that, call her into a change or correction, correct yourself in love. That is when your maturity sets in place. It's not as if she now talk to you, you talk back, and before you know it, it now become a violent thing. So another thing is that you need to know that your parts of your things you need to do, respect each other. The same way you are expecting your wife to respect you, the same way you are expected to respect her in return. It is reciprocal. Another type of personal quality is your honesty. You have to be honest enough to your wife. If you are going to Makurdi, don't say you are going to Oyo State. Don't be found in Oyo State while you are in Abuja. You are still in Lagos, you are saying you are in Ibadan and you are in Lagos. So, honesty goes a long way. You are earning 150k as salary, or you are earning 500k as salary. You say you are earning 150k. whereas you are earning 500k.
That one is even rampant. There are some men, they have never for one day disclosed what they earn as salary to their wife.
So, and some men will always say, my money is my money, my wife money is her money. There's nothing like our money. And when you want to say this thing, you say our marriage. Look at it, you say our marriage. Our marriage is now 10 years. Our marriage is now 5 years. You will not say my marriage because you are not the only one there. It's our marriage, but nothing like our money. So once there is no our money, our marriage, when you say our marriage might not last long, because money also has its own role that it plays in the family or in the marriage. So that is about the personal qualities, what I think a man should get himself prepared of, have, that no, I have these qualities, so I think I'm ready. There are so much of it, but over time, so I think I'm ready to go into marriage. Another thing is relationship skill. How can you manage that relationship in terms of communication? Good communication, not just any communication. Because I can talk, I'll just begin to run my mouth. No, good communication. When you talk to your so-called wife, do you talk in a sensible manner? Do you talk in a way that she will be ready to sit down and listen to you, or you just talk in a high pitch of tone, just yelling? You think you are communicating, but you are shouting. You are not communicating because you are just shouting. You are just ranting. And no one will listen to anybody that rants. No one will listen to anybody that shouts, because there's nothing you want to deduce. There's nothing that will hinder your score from anybody shouting. It's just like somebody just screaming. What do you want to hear from screaming? Nothing. Just the noise. So another thing is the empathy. Relationship skill. In times when you're supposed to show empathy to your so-called wife, to your spouse, if you have that skill, before you can do something, before you hurt your neighbor, hurt yourself first. So you will know that when you hurt your neighbor, the same way what your neighbor will feel, aftermath of hurt is what you also feel. So before you hurt anyone, you will have like, no, if I hurt this person, no, it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. So empathy comes in place. It comes in place. So another thing is the intimacy. You have to know that it's not only you now. Relationship skill is now between you and another person. So you are not just for yourself. You are going out. You don't want to tell anybody. You just left. You're coming in. You don't want to let anybody know what you're doing, what you are going up to, what your decision making. It's not just ordinary you now. It is you and your wife. So the intimacy must be there in terms of not just on the bed alone, or maybe in terms of sexual thing, but intimacy all around, 360 intimacy. Whatsoever you want to do, you must carry her along. Whatever decision you want to take, you must carry her along. Our input must be made known. Our input, you must not take out of the equation, because 1 + 1 mathematically is now 1. It's not 2. So you must not take out of the equation. So that intimacy must be there. It must be constant. So about the another thing is the financial stability, because a man needs to be financially stable before you go and say you want to get married, because the lady or the woman you are bringing out to your home is not coming there to come and eat stone or to come and eat bread and butter every day. It's coming in there because you are ready to take care of her. And also, as time goes on, she gets you children or child, and you are ready to take care of the child also. So you must be financially stable. It's not a matter of you going to work at any salary, as you said earlier, that some wives do not even know how much their husband earns at the end of the month. So how do you want to plan life? How do you want to plan a family? On what? I earn 500k. I'm telling you, I earn 150k. Okay, the remaining 350k, where is it
going?
So am I just spending lavishly outside? But once your wife know how much you are earning, you know how much she's earning, you guys will be able to plan things together. You will be able to know, okay, how much is going for our wardrobe, how much is going for this project, how much is going for the children, how much is going for church, how much is going to the tithe, how much is going to the offering, how much is going to help people. So you want to know that. So you want to know how much you are left to or left with. But if you are not sincere, like the honesty I said earlier, if you are not sincere, you are not honest enough, all these things, it will have a negative effect on the so-called marriage you are going into. You never even enter the marriage. The one I don't set in, because you have not prepared yourself with all the components, with all the things you needed to at least to get yourself ready with. So another thing is life goals and values. In life, we all have goals. We all have values. Any marriage that will succeed must have goals. It is when you have goals that those goals will now bring values to you. When you achieve those goals will add values to the marriage. That is when you see people they say, with marriage in you, Toro, I'm happy for your marriage. I covet your marriage because God has helped you to achieve your goals. Those goals has added value to your marriage. That's why your marriage we can say yes, your marriage is successful. So every marriage, anyone going to be married, any man going into marriage must have goals. And don't set the goals alone within yourself. Set goals together so you can achieve those goals together. So those values, when the values comes, the values will make the marriage shine. The values will be evident for people to see. No. They are trying. No, they're successful. They are doing well. So men setting or preparing to get married must think about all these things and so much more things, and think about all these things before they go into marriage. It is very, very important. Very important.
That's very nice. That's very nice, because if I'm going to speak as a woman, even though I'm not a woman, but I'm just going to look into what do I think a woman should have before getting married. You said some things that a man must have, which is also similar to what a woman must have. Because from my little wisdom, I think a woman must have a work that brings little money. No matter how small the work might be, no matter how little the money might be in terms of maybe the wages or salary that is coming in, a woman still need to find something doing. Number two, a woman should be good in budgeting. Because men, we are not really good in budgeting, but a very good woman knows that budgeting is required in her home. If her husband is earning maybe like 500,000, she is earning maybe like 100, 200, 300,000 thereabout. In total sum of it, she knows how to manage the whole money and how to save. I used to tell one of my friends, I say women are the great saver. Maybe because I have an experience of it. I'm not good in saving. I can work now, I can get the whole of my money now, and if I'm not careful, I can just throw it out. And one of the things that when I newly get married, she used to look at me and say, how do you spend like this? How do you spend like this? And it got to a time my wife needed to caution me, even though I love cars. She needed to caution me that, no, you don't go for this. Recently, I was even driving, and while I was driving, I was looking at a car ahead of me. And the way she was staring at me, and I was looking at that car. So she saw the way I was holding the steering of the car, and I'm carried away looking at that car. And she was like, what is wrong with your own car? And I said, nothing. She said, is anything wrong with your car? I said, nothing. So she said, if there is nothing, then you carry on. Go ahead. don't look at that place. So women are good in budgeting. Another thing I want to bring out is just, as a woman, you have to understand futuristic goal. You need to plan it. You need to help your husband plan what is called futuristic goal. Time to achieve it and time to start implementing it.
That's it.
you need to just help the man. Another thing is just communication style. Understand when your husband is in a no mood.
There is no mood.
Yes, there is no mood. No mood means there are times whereby a man will not just be in mood for anything. He will just be all alone. Anything. So when you understand that this is the mood of my husband, it will be very easy for you to always work. And even when you understand the mood, you can equally understand how to bring him out of the mood. So maybe you've tried something before and it actually works out. There are men that they love some particular sport, and whenever they are in, maybe they are no mood, they don't just want to have anything to do. The moment you just play maybe a live match for them, you see them, they concentrate and they be like, how do you get this? How do you know that there is match today? And it's very simple. And it's, all these they are very, very simple. Another thing that I know is just open and honest conversation.
That's it.
Open and honest conversation. A woman at every cost must be open and honest to his husband, to her husband rather. So when you are being open to your husband, it gives him more confidence. Like, she is always a truthful person. She is always a truthful person. No matter how bitter the truth might be, no matter how costly it might be, no matter how expensive it might be, once you are honest to him and you tell him the truth so many times, he has confidence in you. Oftentimes, even when men want to carry out some things in the home, women can caution them to be like, babe, have you thought of this? You are giving suggestion in a polite way to him.
The communication,
submitting to him.
Yeah.
So thereby he will think twice. You are not relating with him like a boss at work. Like, I want you to go and do this. No, you are just like calling his attention to, oh babe, have you thought about this? Because I'm thinking if in a sober way, and the man will, no matter the ego in his body, it will be like, oh God. So open and honest communication must always be. And being a woman, you must be prayerful to support your man. You must be prayerful to support him. And next one is, you must be domesticated. There are many young ladies now who cannot even boil water to 100 degrees Celsius. I don't know if it is 100 degrees Celsius, but to some extent, they don't know. The maximum some women can cook. If you want to bring down the shoulder of some young lady, tell them to come and prepare a goosey soup for you. They will tell you they are going to prepare it and they will bring it, whereas they might have looked at it online or Google it or call their friend. So all those things, you have to be domesticated as a woman, as a lady. You have to be prepared that, oh, I don't want my husband to eat outside. So you should be ready to prepare different delicacies.
That's it.
Because if you don't want to go out, you should be ready to learn. There are men who know how to cook and they are ready to teach their wife. And there are women who know how to cook and the man is ready to support them with some little thing. So you should be domesticated. You should be and also you should be a clean woman. Not that they get to your house and they just have to keep asking, what is smelling in your toilet? What is going on here? People cannot divide your sitting room aside from your kitchen. When you get to some women's home, you see plates where they used to eat right beside the television shelf. And you'll be like, what is this doing? So, and also you should be a seasonal woman who understand, oh, this is what is actually beautifying home now. You can go online, you can look at it, and before you know, you can purchase it in a little way. You can set the whole house, and before you know, the house looks very clean and nice. And the husband comes out, something has changed here. Wow, this looks beautiful. The man gives you kudos
to that,
and you will be happy.
That's it.
So, in terms of dressing, learn to dress properly to the taste of your husband.
Yeah.
And I will always advise women not to leave the mode at which they used to dress before getting married, because that was what the man see.
That one you are saying now, I don't know how women can cope with that. So many women cannot go back to their dressing pattern while they are single. They cannot go back to it. It's not because they got children to take care of, but they find it difficult. It's just that the ownership spirit that this is my husband is going nowhere, is already there. They think that is the yardstick and that's the constant. Yeah, and it's the constant is the yardstick. The husband is not going anywhere. But what are you doing to make this husband to be seeing you as a radiance, as a sun? Each and every day he looks at you. Let him always think, oh, you are still just as that day I met you. How many men can say your wife is still dressing up to touch notch, if not 100% touch notch like before, at least maybe 60-70 touch notch like before, but women will just relax. And it is a, because of the nature of how we have been brought up in a Christian home, and because just a man and a woman, one wife, so that has kept so many men under the umbrella of marriage. You cannot go outside, you cannot. But are the women that we call our wife, are they trying to also upgrade themselves? Are they trying to upgrade themselves? Is it a yes or is it a no? And at times when you tell most of them that try and be doing this thing, you will still take it on the other side. What do you know me? Have I not? And as a peaceful man that you are, you're just like, okay, no problems, that's okay, that's alright.
On this aspect, Bayo, I'm going to support the women, because I knew you supported the men. All you these our men, you should always be humble and polite to tell us what you want.
Okay.
We know you are not blind. You go out, you see the way other ladies dress and you appreciate it. Why not the same thing you appreciate outside? Why not buy it for us and we put it on?
Yeah, that is good. But you know that we still buy and women will not still use it.
That is where the question now comes.
They will not still wear them.
Then you can correct.
They will not
can tell them.
All these things will be in the wardrobe. If it's shoes, the shoes will be in the shoe rack. If it's cloth, the cloth will be in the wardrobe.
But there is no big deal also when you talk to us after you purchase it. We might have been carried away with the works of the house, but on another way, even when you talk and we still do not yield to what you are saying, you can bring out the clothes from the wardrobe and put it right where we are going to sit and command us to put it on.
You know what, Kenny?
Stylishly.
You know what, Kenny? I think one day we'll bring an external person that will not maybe it seems maybe if someone want to take side, you know, maybe because I'm a man, I want to take side, I want to speak for the man. But now, maybe one day when we have a woman here and we have a man here, very different from you, different from me, let them come and talk about this issue. You will see that women I'm not saying they are not trying, but it is not their best that we're saying. I know they can do more, but it is not their best. But the spirit of ownership that this is my husband, it's going nowhere. Either way, it's going nowhere. Yeah, it's going nowhere. And which we all know that
they will change.
They are going nowhere.
Most of the time, women are not even helping. Some of us are not domesticated to help these women.
Yeah,
because imagine if a woman should clean the house, goes to work in the morning, clean the house, take care of the children. So many of these women will wake up 5 a.m. 5:30, and many of us women will still be on the bed. But you know, it has to do with the concentration of the mind and the brain. When the mind and the brain are not settled, if they are only concentrated on taking good care of the whole family, they will forget themselves. And that is where the man should come in. That, oh babe, I got you something very nice. I know you can put on this. That is where some things comes in, like dinner night, like some surprise dates, like some, okay, how about you just put on the clothes I bought for you a few days ago and you meet me at so place. So you can just spice them up. How about, oh babe, I bought you some clothes. I signed some clothes in your wardrobe. How about you put it on? We go to church together tomorrow. Our audience will do that. Yeah, with your sister.
So I just try to portray the point.
But I need to support the women. They have been carried away with the activities of the home, and thereby that is why you men are thinking maybe we have forgotten the old style at which you met us. No, we didn't forget. We see what is going outside. Even though I'm not a woman, but I've supported it.
No problem.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so to the singles out there, single men, single ladies out there, single guys, before you go into marriage, there are things, these are the things we think you need to look into. We have talked about them. I talked about the men, we talked about the ladies. So please watch it and share the video, and also you can watch and watch again. So we believe that it's gonna help. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.